Well, right now, Tiana, we're looking at how the Dow Jones jumped 900 points to an all-time high on Friday as Fed Chair Jerome Powell was speaking at the Fed's meeting in Jackson Hole. Why did we see that?
So Donald Trump, for months now, has been badgering Jerome Powell to slash the federal funds rate, which has been held constant for almost a full year now, right? So Jerome Powell cut the federal funds rate by 100 basis points at the end of last year, but it is held constant despite some earlier progress this year in inflation. The last month of data hasn't been great, but finally, Powell changed his tune, as you can hear in his remarks here.
Over the longer run, changes in tax, spending, and regulatory policies may also have important implications for economic growth and productivity. There is significant uncertainty about where all of these policies will eventually settle and what their lasting effects on the economy will be.
So now Jerome Powell is acknowledging that while the fight against inflation is no longer won, is not yet completely over, that the downside risks of a weakening labor market are real. And unlike 2008, where a labor market crisis was evident because you had so many young people trying to get jobs, so you had an explosive unemployment rate. We have a much older economy. So this means that with lots of seniors, far fewer prime age adults who are there to either enter the labor force or sit on the sidelines, the data will look really different. So even though the numbers, the top line numbers, 4.2% unemployment rate, that sounds actually quite good. But if you dig into the details, there is a reason why Powell is finally giving what Trump wants, and also Treasuries futures that are now baking in at least 2 rate cuts before the end of the year.